All right, so we just got home from Hershey last night, and we just decided to do a quick video about our thoughts on going to the Hershey Show. So, what are your first thoughts?
First thing we did after getting home is we crashed hard.
Oh my gosh, seriously.
That show was amazing, but it's also really exhausting. And we're also coming from Salt Lake City. That's 2,000 miles away, so our flight there and back's a little longer than that.
Yeah, we got home really late last night. I mean, our bodies are tired. It's just, we were on our feet all day long. Our eating schedule was off. But because we wanted to get to as many things as we could.
But
and
we loved every minute.
Oh my gosh, we loved it.
Anything other than just trying to spend as much time at the show as we possibly could. In fact, we stayed in Lancaster this year, which is about a 45-minute drive, right?
Yeah, we stayed at a really fun Airbnb, which we loved, but...
Yeah, and I think our thought was, we'll spend some time in Lancaster because it's and it really is, it's a gorgeous little town, very picturesque.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of history and fun stuff to look at. And we thought, we'll take some time there. But, if they're doing the RV show, for the purpose of looking at as many RVs as you can and learning as much as you can, it just isn't time for that. So that's going to change our plans for next year.
Yeah, we had no time, which was really sad. I mean, that we didn't have any time to really visit Lancaster, but we decided next year we're going to stay really close to the show in Hershey. It's just that travel time took away from time that we could have been at the show. If we wanted to take a break and go back to, the hotel like during the day, I know, it would have been really nice. So that is our plan for next year, is to stay a little closer. We just had the best time. It's just fun to be on a different coast. I mean, it's far for us, and the East is definitely different than the West. I mean, from the people to the buildings to just, I don't know, but it was really fun.
Yeah, very different place, and we love it. It's also a lot more humid. He had someone commenting that it wasn't. They're like, it's not so humid today. It's really nice. And
they're like,
dying.
I know.
Because
both
we're
sweating and
Utah. It's a desert climate.
You don't sweat.
We just rarely get humidity.
Yeah.
Though not like that. And
no.
Usually quite dry almost all the time.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of an adjustment. Another thing we did is we kind of did this last year, but we bought food thinking we're going to have time to make food in the morning and we'll, save some money, and it's expensive. You know what?
We spent a lot of money on food that we didn't end up eating at the Airbnb. So we actually went to DC for a couple days before. Talk about expensive. Oh my gosh, that place robbed us blind. But Dan had never been. He loved every second of DC. But
it was amazing.
Yeah.
Incredibly expensive. Everything there was so expensive. Just getting a little bottle of Diet Coke was almost $5 no matter what we did.
Yeah. And I mean, we live in Utah, and some things are cheaper here, some things are not.
Well, it was just nice to get back to Hershey. It's a nice little Appalade. Integra Appalade.
Are you guys like that? Do you guys look at when you see things down the road? Yeah. It's like, what is that?
So now that the Accolade is showed, here's something we didn't talk about, is that show, the Hershey Show, is so big. There is just not enough time to see everything. It's really hard just to even skip through the different manufacturers, the different RV, dealerships, and even take a passing look at everything. I mean, even if you're doing that, I think it will challenge. It's
crazy. Anyway, it's just crazy. I mean, there were so many things that we wanted to look at that we just didn't have time. In fact, our last day, we were trying to find some of the Coachman fifth wheels, like the Brookstones. We couldn't even find where they were. I mean, we did. We asked the information desk. They kind of explained it. It's an enormous, enormous show. And Dan was like, let's go try and do some Class A's. And I'm like, I wouldn't even know where to start. I mean, we need to get better at this too. As you know, we're a newer channel and trying to get our bearings. And we like to go through Class A's ourselves, but it's not what we're experts in. Not that we're experts at anything, but it's not what we know a lot about as far as doing tours and things. So we just need to get better at things like that, because we do have an interest in the motorized.
And we watch motorized reviews all the time.
We do.
We'll see Endless RVing. We love when they look at motorized units and talk about the shows. We watch Beth's reviews when he talks about motorized units. And we talk a lot about how eventually it would be great to have a motorized camper and be able to, get a towable.
It's the age-old question, which is better? To drive your motorhome and tow a car, or to drive your car and tow a motorhome?
One thing we can say is that's not even a question, is which one is more affordable.
Oh, it's not.
For convenience, I think it'd be awesome to pull it to your RV spot, do your hookups, and you're inside, you're ready to go. Just driving, it'd be nice if you could, be at the back of the dock set, your room to be around. But cost-wise, I mean, even an inexpensive motorized, I don't know, the ones we've looked at. So one of our favorite is the Coachman
Murata.
It's a 35 OS opposing slides. It's a gasser, and I know a lot of people feel gassers, you might as well, but of course money's an issue too. But even the least expensive or something in that class of the Murata was about 165, isn't that about?
Yeah, that was
160.
Yeah.
And then when you consider 165, what you could do with a towable RV, I mean, even if you had to upgrade your truck, you still have an awful lot of budget for a pretty darn amazing RV. I mean, we looked at some gorgeous fifth wheel toy haulers with all the room in the world, and you have all that room.
Yeah.
You can't compare the room you get in fifth wheel.
And also the
motorized.
repairs on the motorized are just so much more expensive. That's what worries me is, the repairs. So
yeah, even if you could afford the motorized, I think we've talked about needing to make a budget every year, because when you do need to do maintenance, it's massive.
Yeah.
I think oil sheet. Comment below if we're off on this, but I think oil changes can be over $1,000 on some of those Cummins diesels, like motorized units, the diesel particulate filters, the pumps, the mechanics, exhaust systems, the tires. I mean, they have a suspension, and it's also more difficult to get service on a Class A type RL. Not everyone's willing to dig into that. So those are all factors that add into it.
Right. But going back to Hershey, I mean, it was a great experience. Those of you that live close and can go every year, you're very lucky. We don't have anything like that out west at all. There's not one big, huge show out west.
Yeah,
we have
there's got to be something.
We have a couple local shows here in Salt Lake City every year, which we always go to. But it's the local dealerships, which is fine. I mean, everything's fine. We love going to them, big or small. But the Hershey show is just it's crazy. It was fun, crazy fun.
Crazy big, crazy fun, and it's a great opportunity. We did talk about this, so we're out west, and out west there is a ton of camping opportunity, like beyond what you could possibly imagine. There are so many places to see, national parks. It's big, it's wide, it's open, and it's not all desert. Northern Utah gets passed over a lot, and everyone thinks of the national parks when they think of Utah, with the big,
which is southern Utah. Yeah.
And canyons and
Northern Utah is beautiful. It's so different. The diversity in Utah is just, it's amazing. I mean, you can drive, within 4 hours, you're looking at red rocks, up to like forest areas in the
completely different landscape.
Yeah, in the Uinta Mountains up here in northern Utah. So
different planet. And then up north, we have gorgeous mountains and beautiful greenery and parks.
All 4 seasons.
Trails and
Yeah.
waterfalls and places to go. So and that's just, here in Utah, just in the western states, California, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Montana, the list is endless. And I'm surprised there's not more of a big show or a big emphasis on camping in the West, as there is.
Yeah.
Well, there's Quartzsite.
There is Quartzsite, but that's kind of an interesting area in itself. If you're not familiar with Quartzsite, it's a place in Arizona, kind of southwestern Arizona, I believe. And it's just all, for the most part, it's all dry camping. And a lot of people come from all over the country to dry camp there. Is it BLM land, or is it?
I think most of it, if not all of it's BLM or dispersed. And if I'm getting this wrong and you're an insider, just put a comment in.
Right. We don't know.
Yeah, but that's just not our jam.
Just from what we've heard. But you pay a certain amount and it's very inexpensive. Like, what is it, a couple $100s or something for 6 months?
I think so, and there's a lot of different areas within the Quartzsite area. So
it's really inexpensive, and it's a great place to spend a winter because it's warm, it's cheap, and then people go every year and you make friends, and they have I believe a pretty good size RV show there in the winter time.
Yeah, now is that like an RV show with RV manufacturers?
No, I think it is.
Or
if you know, put it in the comments. But I think it is.
I feel like we need to now do it.
Yeah, I know we do.
And what it is, I felt like it was really geared toward a lot of the really diehard boondockers and off trail, it's not us type segments. So I felt like they have a big presence at their big show, their big get together.
But anyway, that's probably the biggest gathering that we have out west. And like Dan said, it's kind of sad that we don't have a bigger show out here, because we have a lot of interest in camping out here. Although we talked to Matt from Matt's RV Reviews last year when he was here at the Utah show, and we asked him what the biggest difference was. Maybe you saw this video of East Coast camping versus West Coast camping. And he said East Coast camping, this is kind of paraphrased in a nutshell. East Coast camping, everybody's trying to stay up with the Joneses as far as having the nicest rig or the newest rig or things like that. And he may be right or wrong, but he's from the East Coast, so I'll give him credit for that. But he said he went to Quartzsite, and he said, what I've noticed about West Coast campers is they just camp. They don't care what their rig looks like. They're not trying to compete with anybody. They just get out there and do it. So
you've got your fun cap secured with a bunching duct tape. There's no shame in that.
That's right.
That's probably a little more pretty than we're accustomed to doing.
Yeah, we don't do that. But anyway, we just kind of wanted to give a little recap of the Hershey show. We had a really nice time. If you ever get a chance to go, if you're into RVs, it's worth it. I mean, it's just, we were there for how many days? We went on Media Day, which is before it's open to the public. So that was Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then we were there half a day Saturday. So 4.5 days. But we were already talking about just a little while ago that we want to stay all throughout the whole show next year, and then we'll go home on Monday. So
should we just talk about the show? We've kind of wandered all over.
Yeah.
Probably my fault. But let's just focus it and recap the show. So it's huge. From what I understand, it covers an area the size of 33 football fields.
Yes, something like that, yeah.
1,500 RVs, 40 plus RV dealers, manufacturers. And they really are all there. So the first thing that always happens, and this is our second year, so I can't really say always happens, so I don't have that much experience, is you walk in and you're just overwhelmed. There is so much to see. You just have no idea what direction to go, what to start looking at. So you tend to just start digging into one area. So we do look at the map. There's an app you can download. So you can look at a map and see which manufacturers are located in different parts of the show. And every RV manufacturer, they will, I guess, partner with RV dealerships. So you're going to have Blue Compass that's going to have a large display that will have several lines from the big names, Forest River, Alliance, so on and so forth. And then you'll have General RV
which will also showcase several lines from within those manufacturers. They don't duplicate each other.
No. So you won't see like Coachman fifth wheels at the same place as you would see like Coachman motorized.
Or you won't see the same Coachman fifth wheel in a different RV dealership.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yes.
so you'll see like the Coachman Brookstones will be represented by a certain dealer. And then, you know, if you're interested in the Coachman Catalina, well, then that's going to be, you know, maybe affiliated with a different RV dealer. And by and large, the RV dealers they're very knowledgeable. I think they tend to send their best people to the show, and a lot of them that have, you know, more of a interstate presence, they will pick out some of their better salespeople and kind of bring them to the show to handle the traffic. And so you have a lot of experience and depth with the salespeople, and our interactions with them were always good.
Yeah, and I mean, so it is. I mean, it's not just the manufacturers that are there, but it's the big dealerships. So, like Dan said, Blue Compass, Camping World's there. General RV's there. In fact, General RV was in like 3 or 4 different places, depending on what they were representing. There's some
Bish's RV, Myers RV.
I don't think Bish's was there.
Oh, I thought I.
No, I don't think Bish's was.
If you were there, Bish's, we.
Yeah, sorry, but I don't think they were though. But Myers RV, like we are not familiar with them at all out west, but they have 15 locations in the east, so they had a huge presence there. So anyway, it was interesting to not just see all of the dealerships there, but also the manufacturer reps as well.
Well, and yes, that's exactly right. But a huge benefit is you have the manufacturer reps there in the displays, and you can talk to the product managers that are in charge of the different lines. And being able to talk to a factory rep and have them show you the RV is a massive advantage. You know, when we do our videos, we go in there kind of like you would. We don't know a lot about the RV. We don't build it, and we don't know it. And so we are really kind of like just the common representation of our segment, you know, the middle-aged people that, you know, really are interested in RVs and want to, you know, check out new models. But there's so much to learn. Having those reps on site to get you answers and little mini tours, or sometimes more than a mini tour if they have time, is a huge advantage. You can find out more about how the RVs manufacture, what the thinking is behind it, what goes into it, and some of the features you would never really know about that aren't really advertised. You know, like how heavy the insulation is or what they focused on in some design aspects. So immensely valuable to have not just dealers, but also the factory reps there to answer questions. So for that, Hershey is a must go.
It's just so informative. And then also every day they have classes and seminars that you can go to on different topics, from solar to boondocking to batteries to, I mean, how to fix things. And so they have all these seminars going at the same time as the show. There's meet and greets if you have certain YouTube people that you like to watch. You see a lot of YouTube channels, you know, filming there, of course. But it's just had the best time.
It's a lot of walking, so bring comfortable shoes. The weather was I would say kind of mild while we were there.
Yeah, I think it was warmer last year than it was this year. It was really nice.
Make sure you bring plenty of water. If you don't, it's going to be $5 every time you want to get a bottle.
It's not. It's true. They do let you bring food in, I think, but I mean, you don't really want to carry around your food. I don't know if you want to leave it in a cooler in your car, but I always stopped at the convenience store and got some ice in my mug, and then poured some water in it, and then that ice kind of lasted all day. So Dan would carry around a couple extra waters, or we would just buy them. I mean, we did eat there one day. We bought a cheesesteak, and it was like $17.
We split it.
Yeah, we did. It was.
But they have plenty of food there.
Yeah, tons of food.
If you're looking for food, so you're not going to go hungry as long as you can.
We saw lots of cute dogs.
Comfortable with the food. Yeah, there's a lot of fun dogs.
So the dogs need to be in a stroller. Unless it's a service dog. Yeah. But the dogs need to be in a stroller, but we love the dog part.
And then, you know, kind of getting back to the carrying stuff around, bring something that you can carry things in. We use, this year we tried sling bags. Last year we did a backpack, which I would sling over my shoulder. But after walking all day, and we packed water and snacks and all the other stuff you think you need.
It's too heavy.
And it's just too heavy. And by the end of the day, you can really feel it. So be sure to bring something you can comfortably haul something with.
Yeah.
Either, backpack that you're going to wear, or
The sling bag was nice because we could pull it forward. We both had them, and but we need to get in and out of our bags a lot with the camera and whatnot. But you might be different. But yeah, but I will say not carrying a bunch of snacks and things like that made it a lot more pleasant. So I know we're just getting into the nitty gritty now, but we kind of wanted to just film this as everything was kind of fresh in our mind. So Dan was like, let's film it next week. And I'm like, no, I'm just going to do it right now, because now that we just got back late last night. So is there anything else?
Yeah, we did a lot of walkthroughs. We have probably over 50 walkthroughs that we have to edit and put up, and hopefully that's not going to be a terrible. We've already put up several, and there's some, another fun thing with the show that you can't get anywhere else is that you will see new floor plans and debuts of new models and floor plans that you have not seen before. So fun. And you can check them all out in one place, which is something you cannot do anywhere else.
No.
You can move over from like Pilot Ridge, where we saw several of their new 3X models, which we were very impressed with those. And you could, literally walk, 5 minutes away and you're looking at Keystone, which had several new amazing floor plans.
And then walk a little bit further and you can look at Brinkley's, and then walk another, little bit further and you can see the KZs. I mean, it was great.
If there's something you're looking for in particular, like a 2-bedroom RV, there's a 3-bedroom. You'll have to check out our channel. Just posted a review on that. One of the most awesome RVs I think we saw this year.
Yeah, it was really impressive.
But if you're looking for a 2-bedroom, there were so many 2-bedrooms. You could go from one manufacturer to the other, compare them all, and see, is the Sabre going to be the better one? Is Keystone's going to be brown? Is it the Montana? Is it,
But also what was cool is that they had things that we would never probably see anywhere. They had, A-liners. They had storytellers. We actually did
we tried to do a video on a story. So that is so out of our depth. If there's
$500,000
so long in a storyteller,
it's us.
It's us.
But it's cool to see it because we would never have seen anything like that otherwise. They had Airstreams. They had we love the Unity vans out of Canada. They were amazing. I mean, just amazing.
You'd seen those, and being able to, you see something on YouTube or review, or you read an article about something, going and actually walking in it, walking around it.
Well, you guys know that. I mean, it's great to see a YouTube video on it, but until you can actually feel the space, at least that's how I am. You feel the space yourself and get a sense for it. It's totally different being in it than watching it on TV. So
the show is amazing. It's huge. Lots of walking, lots of amazing things to see. And even if obviously we are making videos that we want to post up and share. A lot of times I feel like we're just entertaining ourselves, but we love it. It's an out of control passion with us. So we're going to keep at it. But even if you aren't there to do videos or, some social related thing that you want to share that way, do your own videos and pictures so that you can remember what you did, because there is so much. There's no way you'll keep it.
There is no way that you would keep it straight. So even if you just take a couple videos of some floor plans as you walk in and the price, just that alone, it's really important, because Dan will be like, remember we saw yesterday, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I have no clue what you're even talking about. And then he'll pull up the video and I'm like, oh, yeah, I totally remember that one.
Yeah, so take a video, which means maybe you need to bring a separate video thing or a battery for your phone. There's a good tip. Bring an extra battery for your phone, or a portable power bank you can charge it with. You can get a 20 or 25,000 amp power bank that will charge your phone, 3 times. Totally worth its weight.
Totally worth it. We ended up getting that like just a couple days before we left, and it saved us so many times. So anyway, I'm going to do this because what does this mean, honey?
That means wrap it up, because I tend to
The channel's called Rambling. It's just supposed to be Rambling Day.
You don't know how many times I'm back there going like this on the videos. So we're gonna wrap it up.
This one we're all like that.
Well, that's true. Anyway, all right. Thanks for watching. Hope you have some comments to give us about the Hershey Show or of things that we got wrong about Quartzsite or whatever. And thanks for watching. And
Thank you. Have a great day.
you're supposed to say keep it campy.
By keeping it campy.
All right, keep it campy. Thanks, guys.